Hi everyone, welcome to Module 6. In Module 6 we're going to be concerned about the role of GDP, what GDP entails, and we're also going to be focused about our analysis on how to solve for GDP and what GDP tells about an economy. So for this week you're going to read Chapter 7 and you're going to look at taking quiz number 2, which is going to be 20 multiple choice questions. You get one attempt at the quiz, and the questions will be all multiple choice. So when we look for this week at GDP, we're evaluating the role of GDP and how it influences our economy based on real and nominal GDP, two ways to calculate GDP. In this chapter, we're going to analyze the four components of GDP, which is consumers, businesses, government spending, and net exports, and how those components will influence the direction of our economy. Now, to find the quiz, you're going to click on the Assignment tab, and you're going to see quiz number 2 there for you. Now, what is the quiz going to entail? I'm going to go through the questions that you're going to see and focus on these questions in the analysis. Okay? Question number 1 is going to be looking at a nation's GDP. What is it calculating? Question 2 is going to be looking at the calculation. How do we calculate GDP? What are the four components? Number 3 is a price index. Number 4 is how do you find corporate profits? Number 5, what does disposable income consist of? Number 6, what are final goods and services? What do they refer to? Number 7, what are the components of GDP and how do we calculate GDP? Number 8, what does GDP not include? Number 9, same thing. What does GDP not include? Doesn't include transfer payments, buying of stocks and bonds, and household activities. Question 10 is looking at the definition of GDP. Question 11 is looking at what does it mean if net exports are negative. Question 12 is looking at nominal GDP and what is that. Question 13 is looking at what is real GDP. Question 14 is looking at what does real GDP measure? It's measured based off of base year prices. Question 15 is looking at GDP refers to what when we look at price levels. 16 looks at GDP and economic welfare. Does it overstate or understate economic welfare when we look at leisure time? Question 17 is looking at what does GDP not include. Question 18 is looking at the largest component of national income. So that's money received. What is the largest component? Question 19 is looking at transfer payments and whether they're included or included. And 20 is looking at the value added. And what does that mean? Okay? So this is going to be some of your questions that you're going to see on the quiz. If you have any questions, let me know, but I look forward to your effort this week.